Knockout legends in the building. Like, comment, and subscribe. So today I want to talk about the Taylor vs Catteral 2 fight. It's like a post-fight review, a quick brief summary of the fight, and the main talking points of the fight. So basically, this fight's been in the making for a while. It was supposed to have got made, I think, last year, and obviously the fight took place yesterday. So I'm just going to talk about the rounds. In the first round, Catteral took rounds 1 and 2, and he almost stopped Taylor in the third. His jab was the difference between the two fighters. So he was fluid, he was on the back foot, he's boxing. Taylor was pretty stiff, he's trying to press the action, but he couldn't get near, and so forth. So the fourth round, Taylor kept complaining about headbutts as the heads clashed. The heads actually clashed twice in the fight, that's what I can ascertain from what I watched. And basically, it's down to the fact of the styles of both fighters. Now, one fighter is a pressure fighter, and they're both southpaw, by the way, and he throws his jab behind a pretty decent upright guard. The other fighter is a bit fluid, sort of Philly shell, turns to his side and throws like a double, triple jab even, and then throws his big left over. That's Catteral. So the difference in the boxing stance and styles, even though they're both southpaws, slightly different. Catteral moved anti-clockwise a lot, so he was harder to hit. Also, Taylor actually looks a lot slower. He looked a lot pedestrian compared to Catteral. Now, the battle of the southpaw jabs was down to two things. Obviously, the styles, and obviously how fit both fighters are and how fluid they are in the moves. But, whenever Taylor got close, Catteral would just shoulder barge Taylor away to negate the low crouching attacks from Taylor. That would go to the body and then the head. So Taylor in the fifth, he had him on the ropes with a sustained attack with pressure and power. And then the seventh, he won, planting his feet and throwing solid combinations with pressure and power. The 10th round, Taylor was dominating until he got caught with a clean overhand left, or an 8 in boxing terms. It rocked Taylor to the core of his soul. Catteral smelled blood and he went in for the kill, but Taylor tied him up and got him in a backward headlock, and then fell. The referee ruled it no knockdown, let him get up, and he composed himself and recovered at that point. Now, El Gato should have stuck it on Taylor, but he just boxed calmly. And then the 11th and the 12th passed, and the fight was more or less done. Now, in terms of action, Taylor didn't have that much success in the fight. He maybe won probably 3 rounds, if that, maybe 4 at a push, and they were very far and few between in the actual fight. Catteral was absolutely brilliant, and I knew Catteral would win. And obviously, it wasn't even a split decision. It was just a blatant unanimous decision, and you could tell when the decision got made that Taylor was shaking his head. He knew he'd lost. He knew. I think Taylor knows he's not quite what he was, and since then he's just got old overnight. But I think it's the weight that he's at, and also some of the fights that he's took, and then the injuries what he's had. He's just basically, I think he's hit his peak. Basically, it's as good as he's gonna get. He's not that type of person anymore, and certain fighters are made for him, and obviously Catteral wasn't made for him. And it just goes to show he should have won the other fight, the first fight, and Catteral did get robbed. So anyway, what are your thoughts on the fight? Who do you think won? Leave your comments in the comment section. like, comment, and subscribe. And that is another one from the one and only Knockout Legends. Peace.